Winning Motor Trend Truck of the Year 3 times in a row, that had never been done before. Then again, neither had a 12-inch touchscreen or 1,000 pound-feet of torque. Never been done before. It's just kind of our thing.
All right, Calgary Flames lead after 40 minutes. Johnny Gaudreau stops in, and Johnny, maybe just first thought on this game. It had some edge, some bite to it. What have you made of the intensity out there?
Yeah, I think we needed a little bit better of an effort than we did the last game against Dallas. So we only have 2 more games here on this home stretch, in this homestance here. So I got to make the most of them, try to get 2 wins.
Kind of a game of follow the bouncing puck there a little bit, but what did you see on that goal, and how did it find the back of the net?
Yeah, found Lindy in the slot. Great chance there. Wrapped around, I think, Hanny. Took a shot on net and kind of bounced right to me back door at empty net.
What do you guys like about the position here, and how do you finish this one off?
Yeah, we're in a good spot. We have to, be smart. Obviously, they're going to be pushing to, try to get a few here in the third period, but, just play smart defensively. And I think we'll get a couple opportunities to get a couple out-man rushes.
Thanks for this, John.
Yeah.
TELUS is using technology for good to connect Canadians in need on the network that gives back. Together, we're taking a big leap forward to make the world a better place. Let's make the future friendly.
Thank you, Calgary. Thank you, Alberta. Thank you for your resilience, perseverance, and for your continuous innovation and entrepreneurial spirit. Ever and the Everloop technology is built upon your expertise and innovations in oil and gas drilling, engineering, geoscience, and facility construction. Follow us and your opportunity at ever.com. Connect with our partners like Precision Drilling, who are hiring now. This is your chance, Calgary. Energy forever.
We found a way to make Coke Zero Sugar taste better than ever. Don't believe us? Taste it and become a believer. Go on, try it. New Coke Zero Sugar, now more delicious. Best Coke ever? You bet.
Shouldn't he be playing basketball?
Stick to basketball.
Do they even have ice in China?
Women's hockey is just boring, okay?
Let's watch girls play.
Go back to where you belong.
Go back where we belong? This is where we belong.
From under the dome.
It's beginning to feel a lot like hockey season.
The team came from humble beginnings at the Corral and sealed its legacy at the Saddle Dome.
To on the field.
The Calgary Stampeders have finally given their fans something they've been starving for.
Our sports team goes all in.
Now there's a great story here.
Moses Waldo and Kemi Kepke are on top of their game. Global Sports.
All right, welcome back to Flames TV live at the Intermission, brought to you by Ram Truck, winner of Motor Trend Truck of the Year for the 3rd year in a row. What an entertaining period of hockey, really back and forth, both ends, some physicality. Corey Sarich, Brendan Parker alongside. What'd you make of what we saw in what felt like maybe a 45-minute period there?
That's the way it should be.
Yeah.
They're supposed to take their time out there, muck it up a little bit.
When it's that good, you let her go.
Let's get physical.
Yeah.
It was, for me, super
I was just going to say, that's your style of game out there there tonight.
We're enjoying.
We'll get to some of the hits in just a moment, but first let's take a look at some of the highlights from that second period. Of course, it was 1-0 after one as we lead into the second period, and the goal that added to that Flames lead came a little bit later, but first it was a couple of scoring chances on both sides. Jacob Markstrom has been sharp when called upon, and this one he makes a good save point blank, even scoops up the rebound, one of his 14 saves so far through 40 minutes. At the other end, a pretty good chance right here at the side of the net. It started kind of a broken 3-on-1, but Dylan Dubé is unable to beat Igor Shesterkin in front of the net. And now we get to see the goal, and it's some good work down low by the fourth line, and it sets up here from Oliver Shillington's point shot, Brad Richardson's first as a Flame. What do you think of this one, Corey, the way that it sets up and the way that it's finished?
Oh, there was good puck movement on this, high to low, low to high, get some separation, and then you know, it's a very fortunate bounce for the Calgary Flames, but nice job on Brad Richards being there and just got a nice angle on that off the goalie and in.
Yeah, real nice touch around the net there from Richardson. His second game as a member of the Calgary Flames, second consecutively. Nice little pickup for him. And this is the second goal of the period that made it 3-0. It was, as mentioned in the interview with Johnny, kind of follow the bouncing puck a little bit. The Hanifin point shot gets into the blue paint, but finished off by Johnny.
And that goal doesn't happen unless number 19's there doing what he does, right?
Yep.
He just out-muscles the defenseman in front. I'm not going to give any credit to the defenseman in front. Didn't think he did a very good job. Number 19 caused that goal. Johnny picks it up.
Right
Pretty
in his
simple.
office. Yeah, absolutely. And nice little, follow up there by Johnny to stay in the mix. And as you said, Tkachuk creates the havoc. They end up making it 3-0. So your goal scorer, Sean Monahan, Brad Richardson, and now Johnny Gaudreau, 3-0 after 40 minutes. We talked right off the top about some of the physicality, and it was on both sides of the ice. Both teams kind of playing into the physical side of it. But what did you like about some of the edge, some of the intensity we've seen here between these two teams?
I liked, besides the Shillington hit, which I'm sure we'll see here in a moment, I like the fact that the Calgary Flames were doing the initiating. I think they had the better of the physical play that period. Well,
no, that was the first one, yeah.
There's Shillington. It's a good thing they've got those rounded dashers, but
yeah.
Richardson throws a big hit. Gudbranson threw a big hit before that New York opportunity. And then that's a hit we don't want to see in this game anymore, right? Ryan Reeves, he's a big, strong guy. He plays generally a pretty clean game. But, a guy like Mangiapane, there's no place in the game for that. When it's after the head, get it out of here.
Well, and that's the penalty call, is a hit to the head, so he goes off. And then this was at the end of that scrum, so it's not the hit necessarily, but it was kind of the tail end of the fight to Jared Tenorti and Eric Gudbranson go at it. So both guys will serve 5 for fighting, and will come back for the third period. But, also stepping up for teammates in that scrum there.
Yeah, it was in all the battles, the Flames were there.
Yeah.
They were in as 5 guys, and that's how it has to be. It has to be team strength these days. And a couple of big boys going out there, Gudbranson and Tenorti, and they're both huffing and puffing at the end of that one.
Yeah, decent little scrap. Went on for a few minutes and well-earned little 5-minute breather for both men. And the intermission, we'll see them both back out for the third period. Let's park that portion of the game. I want to talk a little bit about Dylan Dubé, and he kind of spoke this morning about face-offs, and obviously kind of new to the center position, at least at the NHL level. He's done that this year, started on that road trip, and has been kind of, as he said, building confidence with the position. But he talked a lot about face-offs here this morning. Before we talk a little bit more and see kind of his body of work, listen to what he had to say about face-offs going from junior, the last time he played center, to now in the NHL.
Yeah, it's something I'm working on. I think it's a good challenge. It's different in junior, especially when you become an older guy in the league. You have a lot of strength on some young guys coming in, but now I'm going against guys who take face-offs their whole lives and really pride their games on that. So I think I want to get to that point and be trusted on face-offs, and there's a lot of work to be done. It's something I'm working on, watching video and trying to really step that up and be held accountable for that. I think it's a really big part of the game for possession, and it's a big thing for being on home when your line matches to go against that guy, most of the face-offs and try and beat him every time.
Good analysis, good insight from Dylan Dubé, and here's some of the work we've seen from him at the face-off circle so far tonight. 4 for 6. From the center dot, so a nice percentage and a nice body of work from Dylan Dubé. But, that kind of goes for all areas of the game, really, when you're talking about, trying to make that adjustment in different positions and how it might take some time in certain scenarios.
It's a completely different mindset being a centerman over a winger. I mean, I obviously don't have any personal experience, but I've played a lot with both. And being a centerman, just the down-low responsibility in your own end, that's the one thing he's going to have to remember. It's not to pull to your position. It's not to rush out to the defenseman. And we've seen a few times, even on rushes back into your zone, he's been in good position, Dylan. He's been there. He's just not quite finding his man or picking up his man. And that's going to take a lot of communication with his defenseman. On those outnumbered rushes or even numbered rushes, there's so much communication that goes on between defensemen and centermen that it takes a little while to work it out, even with the guys you play with for a long time. So really nice job, though, on the actual draw wins. And I know that Dylan's got some real good scrap in him, and most of the decent centermen that I played with have some pretty good grit, and then obviously defensive awearness.
Yeah, absolutely, and speed for miles. We've seen a couple of good chances here tonight with Dylan Dubé and Andrew Mangiapane, so look forward to seeing more of that. And as I mentioned, 4 for 6 in the face-off circle as we enter the third period. All right, that does it for us. Flames TV live at the intermission, brought to you by Ram Truck. We'll look forward to the post-game show coming out live after the game, but we've got one more third period ahead. Calgary Flames up 3-0 after 40 minutes. Enjoy the third, everybody, on a Saturday night.